France 24 has received an exclusive copy of an official report that's due to be submitted to the UN Security Council in 10 days' time. It details the current state of Minusma peacekeepers over in Mali. We can now bring in France 24's Wassim Nasr, who has taken a look at that report. Wassim, what are some of the key takeaways for you?
It's a long report, 25 pages, much details in it. But actually, it describes the security situation and the political situation in Mali as a whole. And what we can say that the MINUSMA is still asking, and here's part of the report that we can see, the MINUSMA is still asking for a renewal of its mandate for a year to come, but also for more forces, anticipating the departure of Barkhane from Mali, and especially from the north. We learned, for example, that today we have like 12,261 military of the MINUSMA deployed in Mali, 1,718 policemen, and 1,833 civilians from more than 60 countries. And here we see the map. We cannot see the details, but we see the scope of the deployment of the MINUSMA there. We learned also that the MINUSMA is still conducting joint patrols with the reconstituted Malian army with factions of the north in areas like Gao, Tombouctou, left by the French, and also Kidal, knowing that the day before yesterday, the MINUSMA lost one of its Jordanians military in a much elaborated attack in Kidal. And we didn't know that still the MINUSMA is operating in such dangerous areas. We got to know also that they are operating in the center, hand in hand with local authorities, but also with the Malian army. And we got to know also that they are very critical about the political situation, knowing that they expressed the fears that northern factions have, or the signatory factions had, regarding what Bamako is projecting for the north after the departure of the French. We got to know also that the United Nations forces got many obstructions on their action by Malian authorities, for example, and that, for example, Malian authorities control only 15% of the territory. Down to 10% in the north and down 21% in the center, which means that the situation is very critical in this assessment.
Talk us through the security situation in the country itself, in Mali itself.
Well, the security situation is addressed also in an annex document that is going to be submitted directly to the president of the Security Council himself. It's not in the report, but they go into details of the security situation, saying that they fear the French departure because air cover won't be existing anymore, but also because all the infrastructure that France gives to Mali and to United Nations forces there will be gone. For example, medical facilities in Gao. And which is also important, we got to know that up to 226 medical evacuations were done on behalf of the Malian forces by the MINUSMA, despite the obstruction, despite the critical position of Bamako regarding the United Nations. It is very costly to do so. It is very dangerous to do so, knowing that also the MINUSMA was prevented from going to make inquiries, for example, in Moura or other places in the center. So for them, the security situation is very critical. Jihadi forces will definitely, as they say, profit from a French departure, but they also assess a very critical issue. We got to speak about it here, like on the 22nd of March of this year, the UK contingent of the MINUSMA got hit by 6 rockets from a Malian helicopter, rockets which fell less than 50 meters away from UK British soldiers. It could have been a very dangerous incident, and as the MINUSMA says, they reported their patrol there. The Malians knew that they were there, but at some point the information didn't go through and they got hit by Malian forces at the end of the day, meaning that the trust isn't there, despite the fact that all along of the report and also in the annex documents, the MINUSMA insists on working on coordination with Malian forces and trying to go around sanctions imposed on Mali in order to lead and to make the mission work at the end of the day.
Wassim, thank you very much for that. Wassim Nasr there.